Hey, what's up everyone? I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough of how I build my chart archive because I thought it might be helpful for somebody else out there who wants to get better at reading price action. I feel like this practice in particular has really strengthened my chart reading ability, and I think it's also really um, useful to have a collection of charts. That way, when you have some downtime, you can study and you can look at charts. I find that fun and enjoyable, so that's something that I like to do. I'm having some problems with my mouse today. I'm not sure why, so give me just a second here. All right, I think at some point I'll have to restart my computer, but anyways, because I have a Bluetooth mouse. So what I do is, let me find the day that I last did. So I've already done this day. I've already logged this. So what I'll do is just scroll back on the chart. I'll make sure I have the information I want to have already on the chart good to go. I'll adjust the scaling the way that I would have it during the day when I'm watching the chart. And there's the mouse problem again. And I'll make sure that the rest of the time frames are lined up as well. I have the daily chart for the Globex, the day session daily chart, and the 30-minute Globex chart that I line up for the end of the day. These are set to micro ES and these are set to ES because I want to see the lines on these charts, but I also want to see the Globex range, the Globex high, the Globex low, the midpoint, the Globex range. And if you apply those indicators on NinjaTrader and have them set to global drawing objects so they show up on all the charts, then it gets pretty cluttery like this on the daily chart. So I have the ES chart hidden back here. But anyway, that's just the why it looks the way it looks. So what I'll do is go ahead and I'll take a screenshot of this chart and I'll drop that into my folder, and then I'll begin going through the chart and naming this file. And the name of the file, once my mouse works, I can drag this over and show you kind of what I do with it. So here's the 5-minute chart on the right. I've just got it split screen now. Basically what I do, okay, that looks all right, is, this is my chart library. I'll rename this chart file with the date. This is April 28th, 2025. And then I'll just go through the chart like I would during the day. And I write in all caps just so it's easier to read because I have this on a smaller screen. So if I were to name this file, I would say, starting the day off, we have a tight training range open. We have a second leg trap for the bulls. You could call it a double top. And then I would call this a spike and climax bear trend to the downside from bar 4 to bar 6. And see if you can keep up with me. I'll just call it how I call it. See if you can read the chart the way that I read it without me having to stop and tell you what bar I'm at. So from there, we get a two-legged pullback. That leads to another spike and climax bear. From there, we have a double bottom. That leads to a spike and climax bull to the upside, a double top. And from there, we get consecutive parabolic wedges to the downside. And that also turns out to be a spike and channel bear trend. From there, let's see. There's also a triangle in there with a bear breakout that gets 2 legs down, and with parabolic wedge pullback to the moving average. So I think I'll include this. So the big structure is a spike and channel bear trend down to 48 and 50. But inside of that big structure, there's also little structures that matter a lot to me because I'm reading the chart bar by bar during the day. So I don't want to just call that a spike and channel from 22 to 50. I want to say it's a spike and channel bear, but inside of that, we have a triangle that gets a bear breakout. From there, we form a double bottom. We get a parabolic wedge pullback up to the moving average. From there, we get a spike and climax bear, which gets a 2-legged pullback, and then we form a double bottom. From there, we get a parabolic wedge to the upside, which forms a spike and channel bull trend. Then we also get a bull breakout of a bull channel in the form of a spike and climax bull trend. We get a two-legged pullback, and then a bull climax. I'll just say that. We had a small gap up, and the day was a bear trending trading range day that turned into a bull reversal day. Saved. Okay. And if my mouse can come back. Man, the mouse problem is really bothering me. This is the file name, and you can see that's how I name all of the files, and I just do it like that. So I just wanted to upload this example so that you can kind of get an idea of what I mean by chart library, how to go through it so that you can search your folder for patterns, and then you can study patterns that way easily. You can pull them up, how you can name the file, and it really enhances your chart reading abilities. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching.